Imagine this. You're sitting there, heart racing, wondering what just happened. 1 minute she's sweet, smiling, calling you babe. The next, cold, distant, silent. You ask, is something wrong? She says, no, I'm fine. But she's not fine, and you feel it deep in your gut. That sinking feeling, that confusion. It's like the ground got pulled from under you, right? Like you're walking through fog, trying to find something that keeps slipping away. Here's the truth. She's not confused. She's not lost. And this isn't random. This is a test. Not a school test. Not a game. It's an emotional test. One that most men fail without even knowing they're being tested. Now listen closely, because this part is huge. How you respond in this moment tells her everything. Not about her, but about you. She's watching, not your words, but your energy. She's feeling, will you stay calm or chase her like a lost puppy? Will you panic or stand strong like a rock in a storm? Will you lose yourself or stay grounded in who you are? Let me say something that may shock you. The more you try to prove yourself, the more she pulls away. Yes, even if your heart is in the right place, even if you love her, even if you're doing everything you can to fix things, it doesn't matter. Because the second she feels you're chasing her for approval, she starts losing respect. But don't worry, this isn't about being cold or mean. It's not about playing games either. It's about power, peace, presence. You need to understand something that most men never learn. You don't win her heart by chasing. You win her heart by being unshakable, by living your truth, by focusing on your mission, by staying calm when she throws the storm your way. Because here's what no one tells you. She doesn't want to break you. She wants to feel your strength. Not the strength of muscles, or money, or smooth lines, but the strength of your emotions, your silence, your ability to stay solid when she's not. And that's what this script is all about. We're going to break it all down. Why she tests you like this. What these emotional shifts really mean. How to respond in a way that makes her respect you, crave you, and feel safe with you. And how detachment, true inner freedom, changes the whole game. So if you're tired of confusion, if you felt lost, hurt, or like you're walking on eggshells just to keep her close, you're about to learn the truth. And once you learn this, you'll never see women the same way again. Let's begin. Why chasing her makes her run faster? Let me ask you something weird. Have you ever tried to catch a butterfly with your hands? The moment you move too fast, too eager, too desperate, it flies away. But if you stay still, calm, grounded, sometimes it lands right on you, without you even trying. That's exactly how attraction works. Now here's the wild part. Most guys, they sprint toward women like they're chasing treasure. Text after text. Are you okay? What's wrong? Did I do something? And then, boom, she disappears. No reply. No love. Just silence. Why? Why does it feel like the more you give, the less she wants? Because chasing equals weakness. Not weakness in your heart, not weakness in your kindness, but weakness in your energy. You're showing her without even realizing it, that you need her to feel okay. You're showing her that you've made her the prize and forgotten your own value. And women, they can smell that energy like a dog smells fear. It's not that she's evil. It's not that she's trying to hurt you. It's that emotional neediness repels attraction. It's like wearing cologne made of sadness and insecurity. And here's where most guys lose everything. They think being nice means constantly proving how much they care. But what she actually wants is a man who doesn't need to prove anything. Someone who can stand in silence. Someone who can walk through confusion without begging for answers. Someone who knows his worth, even if she's acting like he doesn't matter. Because here's a truth that flips the game. The less you chase, the more she notices. Not because you're ignoring her, not because you're being cold, but because you're finally acting like a man with a purpose. A man who's not built to orbit around her mood swings. A man who has somewhere to go, something to build, a mission to complete. And that energy, it hits different. It says, I care, but I don't collapse. It says, I feel, but I won't beg. And when you show her that, her walls start to fall. So next time she pulls away, don't panic, don't chase, just pause, breathe, and remember who you are. Because attraction doesn't grow in pressure. It grows in space. The silent power of detachment and why she feels it deeply. Have you ever seen a lion chase a mouse? No, because lions don't waste their energy on things that don't matter. They stay calm, still, powerful. They move with purpose, not panic. And that's exactly what detachment looks like in a man. But wait, let's clear this up right now. Detachment is not coldness. It's not pretending you don't care. It's not acting like a robot with no heart. Nope, not even close. Detachment means this. I care, but I'm not controlled. I love, but I don't lose myself. I feel, but I don't fall apart when someone pulls away. It's the energy of a man who says, I choose you, but I don't need you to complete me. And let me tell you something that might blow your mind. She can feel that energy without a word. It's in how you walk, how you pause before you speak, how you look into her eyes, steady, soft, unshaken. It's the opposite of desperation. It's the presence of calm, of certainty, of a man who has something bigger driving him than a girl's mood on a Thursday night. When a woman feels that, it flips something inside her brain. Because most guys, they react fast. She sends a cold text. He freaks out. She seems distant. He calls 5 times. She pulls away. He spirals. But you're different. You don't rush. You don't beg. You don't trade your peace for her approval. Instead, you create space. Not space to punish her. Not space to play games. But space to live. To work on your body. Your craft. Your mind. To be around friends. To chase your goals like they matter. Because they do. And when she feels that detachment, she feels something she doesn't feel from most men. Safety, stability, strength, not in how loud you talk, but in how still you are. She realizes, this man doesn't need me, but he chooses me. And that hits different, because every woman wants a strong man. But very few have the emotional muscle to hold one. So stay detached, stay calm, Stay focused on your life, and she'll feel you stronger than ever, even in your silence. Why your absence makes her obsess, the scarcity switch. Let me tell you a secret nobody warns you about. Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is not be there. Wait, what? Yup, you heard that right. Not texting, not calling, not showing up every single time. Sounds crazy, right? But think about it. Why do diamonds cost so much? Why do people wait in line for hours for limited edition shoes? Why do some people go wild over something? Just because it's hard to get? Because scarcity creates value. When something's rare, it becomes wanted, desired, treasured. And you're no different. Your time, your energy, your presence, they should feel like gold. But most guys, they give all of it away like candy on Halloween. They reply instantly. They cancel plans for her. They're always available, always around, always chasing. And what happens? She gets bored. She takes it for granted. She starts to think, he'll always be there. That's when her replies get dry. That's when her interest fades. That's when she starts pulling away. But you're not built like the rest. You've got purpose, you've got discipline. You've got things to do that actually matter, with or without her. And when you create space, when you're absent for a while, she feels it deeply. She starts wondering, where is he? Why isn't he texting me back so fast anymore? Is he moving on? And boom. Now her brain is chasing you. Not because you ghosted, not because you're playing games, but because your absence turned into mystery. And mystery turns into desire. It's not about disappearing forever. It's about showing up like a storm, and then disappearing like the wind. Let her feel the gap. Let her miss your vibe. Let her remember the energy you brought into her world and crave it, because women don't chase men who are always around. They chase the man who's not afraid to walk his own path, even if she's not walking beside him at that moment. The moment she tries to break you and why you must stay still, she's going to push you one day, hard. She won't yell. She won't punch you, but she'll throw something even stronger at you. An emotional test. It'll come out of nowhere. She'll say something mean. She'll ignore you for hours. She'll act cold, silent, distant. And deep down, she's watching how you react. Why? Because women need to feel safe around a man. Not just safe from danger, but safe from emotional weakness. Here's what that means. She wants to see, can you handle her moods without breaking? Can you stay calm when she's moody, cold, or confusing? Will you turn into a little boy or remain a grown, grounded man? This isn't about games. It's not about her being cruel. It's about her checking something deep. Can I trust this man with my heart? Because if you can't even handle one bad mood or one cold message, how are you going to lead a relationship? But here's what most guys do when they're tested. They get mad. They get needy. They text paragraphs, beg, complain, or over-explain. And guess what? They failed the test because she wasn't trying to argue. She was trying to see. Can this man stay strong, calm, and centered, even when things feel off? Now listen. A calm man is a dangerous man because you can't move him with drama. You can't shake him with silence. You can't control him with emotion. He sees it. He feels it. But he doesn't dance to it. He breathes. He watches. He speaks slowly, if he speaks at all. That's power. And women respect that energy more than anything else. So next time she throws a storm your way, don't panic. Don't chase. Don't explain yourself into a spiral. Just stay still, like a mountain in the wind, like a lion watching the world move around him. Unshaken, unbothered, unbreakable. Because that silence, that steadiness, that's what makes her heart beat faster, even if her mouth says nothing. Why she pulls away when you make her your world. Let's get real. You like her, you want her. You're thinking about her all the time. So you do everything to show her. You cancel plans. You put your dreams on hold. You check your phone every 5 seconds hoping she texted. You give and give and give until she becomes your whole world. But then something weird happens. She pulls away. She seems less excited, less sweet, less into you. And now you're confused, right? You're like, I gave her everything. Why is she drifting? Here's the truth. No woman wants to be your everything. Wait, what? Why not? Because when she becomes your whole world, you lose yours. You stop being that strong man with goals. You stop building your empire. You stop growing, evolving, leading. And guess what? She feels it. She starts to feel smothered, like she's carrying the pressure of your happiness. Like if she leaves, your whole life falls apart. That doesn't make her feel loved. It makes her feel trapped. Because deep down, every woman wants to join a man's life, not become his life. She wants to see you on your path. She wants to feel your fire. She wants to know she's walking beside a man who's already going somewhere, not a man who stopped moving just to hold her hand. Your purpose is your fuel. It's the thing that makes you shine from the inside. And when you drop it to chase her, she stops feeling pulled in. But when she sees you locked in on your mission, waking up early, chasing your goals, building your body, building your business, focusing on your future, that's when her eyes light up. That's when she starts thinking, wow, I want to be part of his life. Not because you need her, but because you don't. Let that sink in. So never give up your purpose just to keep her close. Because if you do, you'll lose both, her and yourself. She can smell fake confidence from a mile away. You ever see a guy walking like a king, but deep down, you just know he's faking it? Yeah, women see that too. And way faster than you think. You wear the watch, you drive the car, you post the selfies. But something still feels off. And she feels it. Here's the secret. Confidence isn't loud. Confidence is quiet. You don't need to tell people you're powerful. You are powerful. And they feel it. But let's break it down. What fake confidence looks like. Bragging all the time, needing to win every argument, showing off around other men, chasing attention from women, getting angry fast when ego is hurt. It's like putting gold paint on a plastic crown. It shines for a second, then cracks under pressure. Now compare that to real confidence. What real confidence looks like. Staying calm under pressure, speaking less, but with purpose. Admitting when you're wrong, owning your flaws, walking away from disrespect silently. Real confidence doesn't need a stage. It lives in your eyes, your posture, your actions when no one's watching. And here's what makes women wild for it. They can't figure it out. They wonder, why isn't he trying to impress me? Why doesn't he care what I think? Why do I feel safe around him, but also excited? Because that calm, grounded energy, it's rare, it's magnetic, and it can't be faked. Confidence isn't something you show, it's something you build. Through discipline, through failing and learning, through doing the hard things over and over until you don't flinch anymore. And women sense that. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need a six-pack or a sports car. But if you walk in a room, stand tall, speak when needed, and never try to prove anything, you win. Because your silence says more than 1,000 flexes ever could. Why she can't stop thinking about the man who's rare. What happens when something is hard to get? You start to want it more, right? Think about it. The last cookie in the jar? You crave it. That one toy every kid wants? You dream about it. The rare shoes that sold out? Everyone's chasing them. Now imagine this. What if you were the rare thing? Not a guy who's always free. Not a man who's always online. Not someone she can text anytime, any day and expect you to drop everything. But a man who's focused, driven, busy building something bigger than a relationship. Suddenly, you're not just some guy. You're the rare man who values his time. You're the one who doesn't reply in 2 seconds. You're the one she has to wait for, wonder about, and think of all day long. That's called scarcity. And guess what? Scarcity creates value. It's true with diamonds. It's true with gold. And it's true with men. If you're always available, always calling, always chasing, you stop being special. You become common, predictable, boring. But when you create space, when you stop trying to be there all the time, she starts to feel it. She starts to miss you. She starts to wonder, where is he? What is he doing? Why am I thinking about him so much? Boom. That's when you enter her mind. Not because you forced your way in, but because you stepped back and gave her room to feel your absence. And here's the magic. Absence creates attraction. Not games, not tricks, just real life. You're not avoiding her. You're living, working out, leveling up, grinding towards something powerful. And she sees that. She senses your energy is valuable. So when she gets a piece of it, a moment of your time, a slice of your day, it means something. Because she knows it's rare. And rare things are always desired. Why mastering your emotions makes you unstoppable and irresistible. Ever felt like your emotions are a wild storm inside? Sometimes you explode. Other times you freeze. You don't know how to act. Sound familiar? Here's the truth, and it's huge. Women don't want a man who runs away from his feelings. They want a man who controls his feelings. Big difference. You see, it's easy to think emotional mastery means locking your feelings away, like stuffing a wild animal in a cage. But that's not it. Real emotional mastery is about feeling your emotions, but not letting them run the show. Think about it like a calm river. Storms may rage, but the river keeps flowing steady. When you master your emotions, you're calm, clear, and steady. You don't snap at small things. You don't get jealous or insecure. You don't panic when she tests you. Instead, you respond with calm words, with quiet strength, with steady confidence. This shows her you're not a roller coaster. You're the solid ground. And here's the secret. Calmness is magnetic. She feels safe with you, not because you're boring, but because you're steady, because you don't melt under pressure, because she knows she can count on you to stay cool. That's power. So next time she tries to push your buttons emotionally, don't react. Don't lose your cool. Don't try to prove anything. Just breathe. Stay calm. Be the calm river in her storm, and watch her lean in closer, because stability is sexy. The secret to freedom in love. Own your life or lose your power. Do you want to feel trapped or free? Because here's the deal. Love isn't about giving up your world to be part of hers. It's about building your own world and inviting her in. Sounds simple, but so many men get it wrong. They make her the center of everything. They forget themselves. And then they lose their power. They lose their freedom. And worst of all, they lose her respect. But here's the secret to winning love and life. Live your life first, fully, wildly, without apology. Go chase your goals. Build your dreams. Be the man with fire in his eyes and a mission in his heart. When you do that, something magical happens. Women don't just want to be with you. They want to be part of your life. Because you're not needy. You're not desperate. You're a man on a path. And that path is powerful.